after saying that your friends were killed in Gaza on a strike. Tributes spilled for Palestinian poet Alareer on Friday. Alareer was one of leaders of younger generation writers who chose Write English to tell their stories in Gaza, and his friends told Israeli army challenge attack on Gaza Strip. The poet said that if houses stormy, as a last resort, he promised to throw pencils on the faces of soldiers. Gazan poet Mossab Abu Toha wrote on Facebook, "My heart was broken. My friend and my colleague was killed with a family. The killing arrived in north of Gaza Strip on Thursday evening. And on Thursday evening, group oppressed battle to destroy Hamas by retaliation for group's October 7 attack." Alareer said that Israel had refused to leave North Gaza, center of fight at that time. A few days after ground attack in October, the whole family had asked him to leave him because he was very dangerous. But he always answered, "I was just an academician, a civilian, at home." He told his friend Mohammed Al-Areer AFP, a history teacher in Shijaya, east of the city of Gaza. Alareer, who wrote on X, documented his daily life under the bombardment of Israel in Gaza. In one of his last messages, on December 4, he said, We hugged the layers of thick gunpowder and cement. Many of them were still trapped in Shijaya, including some of my children and family members." His friend calls, "There is no safe place in Gaza. So he chose to stay at home," explained how others stayed only for the South to kill the Israeli forces. Another friend Ahmed Al-Naouk wrote to X, "Realization is the assassination tragic, painful and ugly." Alareer was a professor of English literature at the Islamic University of Gaza, where he taught Shakespeare among other issues. Shortly after October 7, Hamas attack, which killed approximately 1,200 people, mostly civilians, who had missed approximately 240 people, caused anger in the BBC interview saying, "legitimate and moral," and "exactly Warsaw Ghetto Uprising." In 1943, hundreds of Jews launched a futile rebellion against the Nazi oppressors and killed 14,000 Jews. During and immediately after the uprising, Israel uses them as a curtain of smoke to justify Gaza genocide. Rape and other sexual violence accusations have grown in recent days. However, Israeli doctors and officials say that allegations are supported by evidence, including witness accounts and judicial investigations. Alareer was one of the founders of the project that matched writers from Gaza to write English stories about their experiences with mentors abroad. While the Literary Hub website gave him tribute, he wrote to the writer and journalist Ramzi Baroud X, "Yacht in peace. Refaat Alareer, we will continue to be guided by your wisdom for today and for eternity." In November, Alareer published a poem titled, "If Die," shared in tens of thousands of times in X.